I was very surprised when I saw this matchup. The Golden Boy, Edmen Shahbazyan, the man once under the tutelage of Ronda Rousey, the man the UFC was trying to push and say, hey man, this guy's going to be the next big thing in the light heavyweight division, because I know he's in middleweight now. He's fighting, Dylan Budka. AJ, Dylan Budka, we got to give some impressions right here. His nickname is the Mindless Hulk. He hasn't had success in the UFC thus far, but the man, if anything, is a grinder who happened to miss weight in his last fight. Interesting to see if he could hit it on the scales this go. But what do you make of it, man? I thought that this has to be a Edmen will give you something so you could stick around type matchup. That's, and no disrespect intended whatsoever, but I was like, Shahbazyan has really fallen from grace a little bit with this matchup. This is a keep your job matchup. What do you think?
Absolutely a keep your job matchup, Derek. I was thinking this is a put up or hang 'em up kind of fight right here for Shahbazyan, because if he's not able to, I mean, just a couple years ago, we were talking Shahbazyan's looking for the championship run, and now he's lower on the card, fighting talent that not necessarily is well known. Don't get me wrong, Budka's dangerous, but Shahbazyan should be able to win this fight handedly, right? He has the skills to get it down. He's very, very technical all around, good boxing, has good power, and he's fighting an opponent who loads up a little too much and can get caught. And that's what I see Shahbazyan doing right here, is looking for those counters and picking his point and making it a statement now that he is the guy that needs to get past.
Opened at minus 350 for Shahbazyan, currently trending at minus 390 right now, plus 290 comeback for Budka. And this is the reality, man. You lose your last fight to GM3, to Gerald Mears chart, you get submitted, and you open up as a minus 350 favorite against another grappler. That's the type of matchup that we're talking about. So I think the reality is for Budka, it's very simple, man. You have to close the distance. You have to make this a scrap, right? And you have to get Shahbazyan tired, because to me, what the fight that I see in this matchup is Edmen Shahbazyan versus his gas tank. Like, that's the fight, right? If you come in reckless, you're getting knocked out, in my opinion, against Shahbazyan. You make him work, you clinch him up, you don't give him space to fight you that way, right? You make it a dirty boxing type of fight, a lot of trips and drops and all that. I think Budka can grind this one out and he could win this fight, but he has to get past the first round unscathed. He has to get around really like the first round and a half to get unscathed, but I don't think it's going to happen, AJ. So let's talk about it, brother. I think Edmen Shahbazyan and that under 2.5 rounds at minus 135 would be a very, very solid play right here. But I got a prop. Actually, I don't even think I mentioned my prop in the prop lock. AJ, KO, Edmen Shahbazyan. Sorry, folks, plus 135. Hell yeah. What are we talking?
Yeah, Derek, I like it, man. Plus 135 for the knockout. I mean, it makes all the sense in the world, especially if Dylan Budka does come in there and wants to throw that reckless abandonment style he has. Like I said, man, he loads up on a lot of his punches, and if I'm noticing it as an amateur, we know Shahbazyan and his team is noticing it, seeing those things happen, and they're able to pick spots. Shahbazyan is very, very dangerous. I like that. I mean, it's his best odd, clearly, against on all the across the board. I don't see this fight going decision, so if you're not looking for an actual finish play right here, yeah, the over makes sense, but that plus 125 is juicy.
Dog, this is the way that I'm viewing it, because I look at it from the fight, but I'm looking at the bigger picture right here. You're Dylan Budka, 0-2 in the UFC. Most contracts, you get 3 fights on your contract. You have to win. AJ, if you wrestle Edmen Shahbazyan and do not get a finish and make it a boring fight on the main card, that's a great way to get a win and another great way to not get re-signed. So you have to make it exciting. And if you have pressure on you to make the fight exciting against Edmen Shahbazyan, most exciting fights against that man end up in a knockout. So that's the easy play right here. I don't really have much else to say on there other than 65% takedown defense for Shahbazyan. You got to make it hold up. That's it. You got anything else on this one?
Ooh, I mean, Dylan Budka does have some good takedowns, and he is willing to push the pace. I mean, averaging 2 for 15 minutes. It doesn't sound the best, but he is able to get the takedowns and hold him down. I don't see it happening like that. I like Shahbazyan by KO.
All right, that's the play. Consensus plus 135, and that is my prop lock this week. So we're getting back on a winning track.